What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of Sports and Superheroes. It's a podcast where me and my friend Marcus talk about sports and superhero entertainment news from the past week. My word's going to seem weird because I'm tired, because my main gig is snow plowing, and we got snow. We got a lot of snow, a lot more snow we normally get in the first days of the season. So I'm running on very little sleep. But we still bring you that podcast. So if I say some weird stuff or stuff come out weird, just go with it. It's just the way it is, baby. Just go with it. But like I said, we talk about sports and superhero entertainment news from the past week and throw our little opinions on there, things we think about it, because of things we enjoy. But with that being said, I am Sammy. I do the superhero version. This is Marcus. He does the sports. Say what's up to the people, Marcus.
I got your sports guy. I want to say shout out to Sammy for keeping the streets clean and safe with all the snow plowing and dropping the salt. These drivers, these motherfuckers, damn it.
We are 2 minutes in.
These I caught myself when it was after the fact. These people around here are terrible drivers, okay? One little snowflake drops, one little raindrop drops around here, and they forget how to drive. So I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for getting the streets plowed. So I know it's not just you by yourself, but I only know you personally. So shout out to you, the hardest working man in the city. Salute, my guy.
I appreciate it. I'll pass it along to the other guys.
Now it's something one dude I don't like. You don't tell him nothing.
You don't even work there anymore, so you good.
Well, good. I can stand it.
You don't even work there no more, so you good. That's a fact. Inside baseball, people. Inside baseball, right there. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
But I'm going off like 2 to 3 hours sleep for like 36-hour window. So we're gonna make this one probably shorter. It's probably not gonna be as long as our usual podcast. So just stick with us, have fun. We're gonna say some weird stuff, and you're gonna enjoy it. With that being said, if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow us on all our social medias. Also, if you would like to leave us a voice message, you can. There's a link down below, and you can click it, and you can leave like a minute-long voice message. And it can be about sports, it can be about superhero, it can be about life. If it's not weird, we'll probably answer it. With that being said, let's just go jump into it. Oh, we are almost at 50 episodes. So appreciate y'all for sticking with us. There's a mosquito in here. It has been fun doing this. Us showing up every week, mostly every week. I think we only missed 1 week, honestly. So that's pretty damn good. But we appreciate y'all hanging with us, checking it out, and listening and following us on this journey, and enjoying making this podcast with my friend and for you guys hearing it and all that good stuff. So with all that mushy good stuff out the way, let's go ahead and hit that first story, Marcus. Unless you got something to say.
Can you hear my dishwasher going off in the background?
No, I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Okay. Well, okay. So anyway, yes, you going off.
That's the quality we trying to worry about for y'all. Trying to make sure y'all hear dishwashers. But sometimes you can hear weird shit. I know y'all be hearing my kids run up and down the stairs. I know y'all be hearing that.
Hey, so everyone, we're all human. We all have had bad days, right?
Yep.
But I think today, no one's having a worse day than Sherrone Moore, the former coach of the University of Michigan. So Michigan fired their football coach, Sherrone Moore, for an inappropriate relationship with a staff member, a violation of the university policy. It says Michigan found credible evidence. Don't know what that means, but that's what they said. So this ends his 17-8 coaching record at Michigan, with his final game a 27-9 loss to Ohio State to conclude a 9-3 season. I'm going to segue a little bit because I'm not talking about this. this episode, but shout out to Indiana. They beat Ohio State for the Big Ten championships. Shout out to Indiana. No one thought Indiana would be good at football, period, this year. And no one definitely didn't think that they would beat Ohio State for the national
Mm,
championship game. So shout out to Indiana. Uh, I think going in that game, Ohio State was ranked number one and Indiana is number two. So now they just flip flop. So shout out to
okay.
them. Back to Michigan and Sherrone Moore. Uh, he has gone through 2 years of his 5-year contract as the Wolverines head coach, and the school's firing for cause means it isn't planning to pay the nearly 12.3 million it would have owed him on his deal.
Mm,
Moore was promoted to Michigan's head coach after Jim Harbaugh left to go to the NFL in 2023.
okay.
Uh, his tenure at Michigan as head coach has been shaky. So
Mm,
Sherrone has some off-field controversies before he got fired, including a suspension in week 3 and week 4 of this season tied to illegal advanced scouting scheme. Sherrone was set to serve an additional 1 game suspension for the start of the 2026 season. He was also suspended for the season opener in 2023 as part of a self-imposed penalty for breaking recruiting rules. Biff Hoggeef, I can't pronounce it. Biff is now the interim coach for Michigan, and he is going to coach their December 31st game versus Texas in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. So I did the research on this today because, like I said, when I got home, I got the notification, and then as I'm finishing up the research of him getting fired and digging into it a little bit more into what happened, I did see Sherrod Moore was detained by police in Saline, Michigan today and was later turned over to a second area police department for investigation into potential charges. So this guy, he's having a horrible day. He got fired from his job
yeah.
and then he got arrested. Um, at the time of us filming, I have not seen why he got arrested. I just know he got arrested. So I
Mm,
probably I might have more facts on that next week or put it under one of the clips. But yeah, he's having a horrible day.
Jesus. Jesus. Yeah. He having hit after hit right now. Dang.
Yep, yep.
Um, yeah, that's why. Isn't that the same thing? Well, not the same thing, but something similar happened to NBA
And
coach.
Ime Udoka got fired because he had a
Yeah,
inappropriate relationship with a staffer in Boston.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and at the time, this guy was dating Neil Long.
Exactly. Hey, I guess
Disgusting.
she might have from a distance. She's amazing, but when you date her, she could be doing some weird stuff or be nagging or something like that. So you never know. The grass is always greener on the other
Hey,
side.
hey, that's every woman though. That's every woman.
Yeah, true, 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 true,
That's
true,
every
true.
woman.
That's crazy. Ah,
Yeah.
wow.
So
Well,
yeah,
we'll look forward to seeing more information on that if you throw it in one of the clips because it's probably gonna be a clip. You can throw that more information to that happening.
yeah.
So do you know who is the coach now? Who's taking over him?
It's gonna be Biff. I couldn't pronounce his last game. He's going to be the
Okay.
coach because they're playing in a bowl game on the 31st of December versus Texas.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. But yeah, and then also now Michigan got to find a new coach, and this is kind of after the fact because like during bowl seasons where you see a lot of coach moving. Like for
Uh huh.
instance, Lane Kiffin, like it's so much happening in the last few days. But Lane Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss to go coach at LSU.
Oh,
So
okay.
and he's like trying to take his staff from Ole Miss to LSU.
Oh, wow.
And like Ole Miss football team has not been relevant, but since he's been there, he like kind of brought it back to relevancy. But this is
Mm,
Lane Kiffin's MO. As soon as he sees some a better job, he's like, I'm out of here. Deuces. So
yeah.
that's what he's doing. Like you go to coach at Ole Miss, Mississippi, or you'll go to LSU that has a bigger football program, bigger budget, all that. So people are upset with Lane Kiffin, but this is what he does. He don't stay nowhere
Okay.
for long. As soon as a better
Okay.
opportunity comes up, he is gone. So
Yeah, my man is all about his paper and making
yes.
that move with no hesitation, which I can respect. I can respect.
And
Don't give no job that kind of security. Like, because they'll fire you at a drop of a hat, so don't give them that kind of security. Always be
right.
trying to level up on your stuff.
And just
So I can respect
before
that.
before we move on, we talked about this some episodes ago. This is why I like the idea of a transfer portal for the kids. And I
Yeah,
said in the episode back then, I'm saying it again now, because coaches leave whenever better opportunity come up. They're like, yeah, I'm gone. So
yeah,
what did I recruit these kids and sat in the living rooms and tell you this, that, and the other. Better opportunity come up. I didn't do what's best for me. So
exactly, exactly.
that's why
That's why I
that's
didn't
my
feel
bit.
bad about what Dion did. He did what's best for him and his son. So
Yeah.
I can see it. I can 100% see it. Okay, okay. Well, speaking of,
Oh
I
yeah, you
had it and then
tired.
I lost it.
Oh
I
yeah, you tired. You tired.
speaking of shaking up college football, we're gonna shake up Hollywood right now because Warner Brothers is up for sale. It's up for sale. Warner Brothers is up for sale. One of the biggest studios in Hollywood, one of the few last studios in Hollywood, one of the legacy studios in Hollywood is up for sale. And that just doesn't mean the studio. That means all their IP property, their game division. I think even like some park stuff too. I think Universal Studios is that no, that's not them. I'm tired, but all their other stuff combined to it, also like their animation division, all that stuff, buildings too. Their lot on Warner Bros. On the in Hollywood, their studio lot is also for sale as well. So there's been like a crazy bidding war. It started out with Paramount being bidding for it, and at their first bid brought in Netflix and um, another studio, not Disney. Disney was like, "No, we good. We bought too much stuff right now." But it brought in some other stuff. So when Netflix got in there, Netflix dropped down. They big Netflix money. So Paramount tried to do a little trickery and said, "Hey, Warner Brothers, whether we get yours or not, we'll put $5 billion on the line. Whether we win the bid or not, we'll put that on the line," thinking that will separate them from other bidders. Netflix was like, "Hey, we'll do the same thing. Whether we win or not, we'll give you $5 billion." So, regardless of who won, Warner Brothers were going to get $5 billion from one of these companies on top of winning money for their actual company. A lot of people are upset that Warner Brothers is selling, but it's been the writing on the wall. They've been liquidating Warner Brothers for a minute and trying to build Warner Brothers back up to raise their stock prices to be able to sell the company. David Laszlo, I think he's the CEO of Warner Brothers right now. He's been doing this for the last like 3, 4 years, trying to get Warner Brothers a little bit better than it was so he could sell it. He's trying to make this money. He is set to make close to 500 to 600 million on the sale alone, his money alone. That's just his money. Um, this man already gets paid like 50 million a year. He's gonna get a lump sum of 500 to 600 million when he makes this sale. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But after all the bids came in, apparently Netflix won the bid. They won the right to buy Warner Brothers. Slow down. They won the right to buy Warner Brothers. It hasn't 100% gone through. There's still some government stuff that has to check some things off and okay the sale. But ultimately, Netflix owns Warner Brothers now. They bought it for $84 billion. That doesn't even seem like a real number.
84 billion.
84 billion. I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked at my Netflix bill, was like, am I been paying y'all this kind of money? You got 84 billion? Like,
Damn.
Jesus. But I guess Netflix is evaluated at $200 billion themselves already. So they got the cachet to be able to do this deal. The bigger issue now is Hollywood is upset. They didn't want Netflix to get Warner Brothers. They didn't want them to get that kind of IP. They didn't want them to get that studio. They feel that Netflix is gonna eventually ruin movies, or Netflix is gonna do a lot of, instead of theaters, gonna put it right on Netflix, which understandable. I get that. That is Netflix's model. We bring movies to you at your home, shows to you at your home. That's what we do. But Hollywood always also has been hurting itself the way they've been producing movies for the last like 7, 8 years. Hollywood used to produce 3 or 4 big movies, but like 6 or 7 small movies, and all in one year. And you would get movies that did good, movies that did bad, but it would help even out and make your profit throughout the year. Lately, they've been putting all their money into like 2 or 3 movies, and sometimes those movies flop, so you don't get those earnings back. And they've been doing that over and over again over years, and it's kind of diminished movie going for one, but it also diminished what movies they make. So you don't put these small movies out that turn out to be big gangbusters and make a whole bunch of money, but cost you very little to make. They don't do that anymore. So their whole motto of making movies has adjusted, and it's hurt them. And they haven't adjusted in that. They keep keeping these budgets super high, and the return on those budgets are not hitting where they usually do, because ain't nobody got no money to go to the movies. The movies are so expensive. Marcus, you just told me you had a situation with movies just recently because people don't want to spend the amount of money it costs per person to go to a movie, and then snacks, and then deal with dirty theaters. What happened to you, Marcus?
So the last time I went to the movies was to go see Sinners because I just to support and want to see it in theaters. And it was
Mm-hmm.
also a weekend I worked, so I had to go in the evening. Just for tickets for the movie, we didn't get nothing else. That was like, if I remember correctly, like 40, $50.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, heck no. So like 2 weeks ago, um, I ordered this takeout from Texas Roadhouse. Like, got us 2 steaks. She had shrimp. We both had side salads, yada yada yada. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That the meal itself was $47. And then we sat on this couch with that sound bar and we watched Rooftop Man. I was like, hey, what
Hold on,
I
what do you mean
paid
Rooftop Man? What movie is that?
with Chayton Tatum living on the roof, playing the guy who broke out of jail and he was living in Toys R Us.
That's black
Roof
people
Man?
stuff. That's not Rooftop Man. I think it's Roof
What is,
Man.
hey, man, hey. Rooftop Man, Roof Man. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm glad you correct. No. Hey, you know how we do. Like,
That is how we do
Hey, we do that. We add S's on the end of things that don't supposed to be there. Like growing up in Chicago, it's called Jules, uh, Jewel Osco. Look, I was
Okay.
trying to say it, and I still said it wrong. Jewel Osco. Let's say we going down the street to the Jewels. Like that's we put the S on the back of stuff that doesn't supposed to be there. But
We be
but
doing that. We be doing
hey, but you know what?
that.
Thank you. I appreciate you correcting me instead of them getting the comments and then we do that.
They go
But anyway,
hard.
right. But yeah, what I paid for us to have takeout at home and watch the movie cost me the same of going to the movies and we had no snacks. Even though, back in look, like you said, everything is expensive. The dollar store is not even a dollar store. I wish they would change the name.
Yeah,
I want down this hill. They need to change the name. That's over to the $1.25 store because ain't nothing in there that's a dollar. So
yeah. You definitely
yeah,
definitely don't go to the Dollar General store. That is a big lie. There be
yeah,
things in there for like $10. I'm like, what are we doing here? This is a lie.
yeah. But like you said, like we ate a nice meal. We sat here on that
Mhm.
couch and we watched a movie that's fairly new. We didn't have to deal with a dirty uh theater.
Movie
Didn't have to deal
theater.
with
Yeah,
people in general, and we still had a great experience. And not
yeah,
going to the movies because
yeah.
everything's is expensive. Everything. And like
Everything.
people,
Yeah, yeah.
I could imagine like you taking your family out just to a movie. That's gonna cost over
Man,
$100.
man. We went to when we went to go see Zootopia 2. The tickets cost me $40 for me and my two kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had to get snacks. That was another $30. So
That's
yeah,
70 right there.
about $100. About a
And
hundred
let's
dollars.
and that wasn't even the whole family.
No,
That was
because my
not
wife didn't
that
go.
right. So it's like now wifey there, you spend 100 plus on a
Yeah,
movie. Like that is
yeah,
insane. That is insane.
yeah. And we could have did the same thing at home. Like
Right.
my son want to watch Fantastic Four because he hasn't seen it. He want to
Mhm.
watch me watch. Ooh, still tired. He wants to watch that with me, and we're gonna watch that at home eventually because it's on Disney. So,
Right.
and that's gonna cost us maybe $5 for snacks.
Exactly. Exactly. You sit all at home, be
Yeah,
comfortable. So
it's gonna be great. I don't think I don't think everybody should be as worried if Netflix does buy it because I don't think Netflix is gonna quickly torpedo movie theater experience because they're putting their shows in theaters. Stranger Things is going to the movie theaters for its last two episodes. So they're sending money to the theaters. Um, they're still gonna play it on Netflix at the same time as in theaters, but they also had what's that called? K-pop Demon Hunters. They sent that to theaters and it made like $30 million over the weekend when it was in the theaters. And that had been on Netflix for like a month and been blowing up on Netflix. So I think they're going to change the theater experience, understandable. But I think the theater experience is already in the process of changing itself because going to the movies is going to be a premium event now. It's not going to be like the old days when you just went to the movies just to have something to do. Now it's
yeah,
going to be a premium event, just like going to Disneyland is a premium event now. We've just priced people out of it just being a regular thing. It's going to be something special you do once in a while now. And Hollywood has to adjust the way they put out movies. Uh, Streaming's here; it's not going anywhere, so you have to adjust. It's just the way it was when cable came, and you didn't have cable commercials. You didn't have TV commercials because cable didn't have commercials. It's just the way it's going to happen. Things are going to adjust. Things are going to change. The industry is going to look a little different. We're just going to have to adjust. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that want to make so much money. They're okay with pushing people out to an extent. So there's a lot of actors that won't get residuals for stuff because streaming, you don't really get residuals when you do a streaming show. They're going to have to figure out an adjustment to that, but I don't think it's as bad of a thing. Side note, I got Netflix, so I'm okay with letting go HBO Max and just having all that stuff on Netflix. That's one less app I got to pay for. Totally fine with
Yeah.
that. But the sale hasn't been final. Paramount actually tried to do a hostile takeover of this sale. So they tried to force Warner Brothers to sell to them and not to Netflix. I guess that failed. I don't have all the information on it. I've seen it like a day ago, and I haven't done super research on that, but it failed. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, Netflix might own
Nice.
all of Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat. They're gonna have the HBO library. What is it? Sopranos, The Wire, Oz, all those bangers. Not even talking about the new stuff like True Blood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
What is
Netflix, go ahead.
what does Netflix hit for right now? What's the price monthly?
Um, I think for me, I got the four screens so I can watch our two screens. I don't have any ads. I think mine's 24.99.
Yeah.
I think on top of because they stopped password sharing.
Yep.
Uh,
Which
and I have
I am really upset with the customers. I mean, granted that it's just only been for that app so far, but with them locking down
no, they
all
did
the
it for a
others,
lot of they did it for a
oh,
lot of apps now.
because I remember we talked about this in an earlier episode. I was like,
Yeah.
people need to not sign up for it, and so we can prevent this from happening with the other apps. But
They've
this
done it
time,
with Disney. They've done it with HBO Max. Only one still lets you share passwords is Paramount Plus, Peacock, and there's one more. Paramount Plus, Peacock, and Prime.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I yeah. Well, I don't have any of that stuff. I don't even have YouTube TV no
Understandable.
more. I don't even have YouTube TV no more because I was
Yeah,
like,
you told me you got rid of that. Yeah.
yeah, because I'm
Hey,
serious.
if these prices keep going up, I'm gonna start doing some pirating myself. So I understand.
Well, well, it's like I was going to see how I do this month without TV,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I got antennas. We got antennas in the living room now, and so far it's so good. Like, cause like I kind of realize it, but I really realize not. I don't watch much TV during the week because I'm
Uh-huh.
busy. Like I'm either
Hmm.
busy doing stuff or I'm asleep. And so the only time I really watch TV is on the weekend. But even still, college football comes on network television like ABC, CBS.
Yeah.
So I can watch it on regular television. So
Yeah.
far I'm doing okay. Like
Yeah.
I haven't watched much basketball this year as I normally do. So yeah. I know it saved me $87 a month so far, not paying YouTube TV. I haven't missed it yet. So
Yeah. Hey. Hey. But side note, Netflix isn't the biggest streamer there is right now. The biggest streamer
isn't
is
it?
actually YouTube. YouTube is the biggest
That
streamer.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes
More
sense.
people watch YouTube and have YouTube are
Oh,
on
I can't.
YouTube. I think Netflix is the biggest subscriber streamer, paid subscriber streamer, but
Yeah,
overall, just streaming content, I think it's YouTube.
because YouTube is free, and
Yeah,
you can pay for it if you choose to not to have ads. But YouTube is free, so that
yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense. Well, I
yeah.
know like YouTube TV is the largest paid streaming for like television. That's
Okay,
why the whole thing with them with Disney. And
yeah.
YouTube, like, yeah,
So
all right, whatever.
they might still be the largest subscriber streamer
Yeah,
too. Actually,
yeah.
I might be wrong.
I don't remember my numbers from when I did the story a few weeks ago, but yeah. So actually, YouTube TV sent me an email. They're like, "Hey, you come back this month, we'll take $50 off." I'm like,
They
"It's a
try to
little
get you back,
enticing. It's a little enticing. $30?
baby.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
They try to get
I'm
you
kidding.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments how you feel about Netflix possibly owning all the WB properties. That means they get their game stuff too, their game studios as well. Uh,
Would they be considered?
ooh.
Is
Side
that considered?
notes.
Go
One
ahead.
thing.
Go ahead.
Side note. This does not mean they're going to bring the Snyderverse back. If they do get Warner Brothers, it's not going to bring the Snyderverse back because they don't even work with Zack Snyder anymore. He did his few movies over at Netflix and they didn't do as well. So I don't think they're going to be reintroducing the Snyderverse. So DC fans, let that go. It was a moment in time. It's not around anymore. Move on. Simple. But yeah, go ahead.
And my question is, uh, hold on. I think I just Googled and asked my own question. I was gonna say, like, isn't this like some type of form of a monopoly? Netflix by buying up HBO Max and Paramount. So yeah,
Yes, that's why the government has to be involved because it means that they would
uh,
have too
uh,
much of the market.
yeah,
So if they have too much of the market, they won't approve of this deal. Just like Disney when they bought Fox, the government had to be involved to see if they would get too much of the market.
yeah.
Because there used to be a law that studios could not own so much of film or something like that. But then they amended that law, so now they can buy a lot more properties and own so many different brands and stuff like that. Which
Yeah,
they're creating a monopoly. It's on them.
yeah,
They let them
yeah.
do it. You had a law in place and then you took it away,
You know what?
and just for rich people to get more rich.
And I said I'm gonna leave that alone when it comes to the current government and stuff. I'm gonna leave that alone. So
Yeah, apparently the CEO of Netflix has already been talking to Donald Trump and trying to get this squared away. But also, other CEOs of other HBO Hollywood studios are trying to talk to Donald Trump. Um, I guess there's this big right wing studio that is trying to buy it as well, trying to get Warner Brothers so they can do a lot more right wing. I said that weird programming and
no,
kind of
no,
do
no, no,
that.
no, 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 no. You said it right. You said it correctly. I know you're trying to say right wing, and it came out white wing. Yeah, us black folks, we know what the fuck's going on. We know what's going on.
So there's that going on too. And unfortunately, Donald Trump is very much a who gives me the best gift in my face right now type dude. So whoever does that probably will get the approval. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let us know in
And
the comments how you feel about it.
yeah, and then I allegedly saw. Never mind, because I don't remember details. Never mind. Let's go talk about Notre Dame.
Okay.
So Notre Dame is upset about being excluded from the college football playoffs, blaming the system, ESPN, and the ACC,
Hmm.
while refusing to acknowledge that they took two L's at the beginning of the season. Notre Dame lost 27-24 in their first game of the season to Miami. Miami got into the playoffs and also is a part of the ACC.
Hmm.
Uh, Notre Dame also lost 27. Wait, oh no. Notre Dame also lost 41-40 to Texas A&M. Um, so for those of you who don't know, Notre Dame is independent, meaning they're not in any conference. So like you have the
Oh,
ACC, the SEC, the Big Ten, Big 12, and so on and so on. Notre Dame is in no conference; they are independent.
okay.
So, uh, and when I first looked at the story, I was like, "Well, y'all lost two games at the beginning of the season." But
Hmm.
then, as I did more research, I was like, "Oh, maybe they do. I have a reason to be upset because I um wait, who God dang it. Trying to see who all made because Alabama got into the playoffs. And Alabama has lost 3 games and Notre Dame has only lost 2. So after
Isn't the
seeing
college
that,
playoff system like weird and
there's like
weirdly
it's
points
like
added
this
up?
yeah, it's like a committee and yeah. So anyway, I would kind of get back to that later. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Notre Dame is blaming everybody else for them not getting into the playoffs. Notre Dame complains about the playoffs selection committee process, particularly the committee's handling of Alabama and the head-to-head comparison with Miami. Like I said, Alabama has lost 3 games to Florida State, Oklahoma, and Georgia. Like I said, Notre Dame has only lost 2 games. And
Hmm.
then it says Notre Dame has there's tension between Notre Dame and ACC and the ACC conference because Notre Dame feels like ACC promoted Miami over Notre Dame using their head-to-head win
Mm.
as a key differentiator. Like, well, yeah, Miami beat Notre Dame, and so of course cheer on Miami more.
Yeah,
Also, Miami is in the ACC. Notre Dame, you are not. So of course they're going to champion the team from their own conference more than the team that's not.
exactly.
Uh, it's true. So like Notre Dame and the ACC, they have like this side chick kind of thing going on because the ACC they play, I think it was like 5 games. They schedule 5 games against Notre Dame.
Hmm.
So it's like Notre Dame, you're independent, you're not in the conference, but sure, we'll let you play our teams. They'll let you play get 5 games against our teams in the conference. They
Okay.
kind of make you look better. And also Notre Dame has a huge following. So
True.
Notre Dame comes play to any team at ACC. They bring all their fans and helps, with the stadium, ticket sales, yada,
Yeah.
yada, yada,
Ticket
yada.
sales, money. Yeah.
Right. And then with Notre Dame, it's like, hey, well, you playing someone in ACC, so vice versa. So kind of got this side chick or friends with benefits type of ordeal. So Notre Dame, yes, Notre Dame opted not to go to a bowl game. Uh, that was the whole point of the story. And usually you don't see a team of Notre Dame status decline to go to a bowl game, but they're all pissy because they didn't get into the NCAA playoffs. It's like I
Mm.
said, or after at the beginning, I'm like, oh, they just some whiny babies. But then when I look, I'm like, oh, well, Alabama has 3 losses. How they get in? And Notre Dame only has 2. Because Northern Alabama lost to Florida State 31-17 at the beginning of the season. And then they lost to Oklahoma 23-21 near the end of the season. And then they lost to Georgia in the championship game 28-7.
Should they be doing
I'm
it
like,
by point total? I don't. Yeah, they got to figure out how are they. How are they?
I'm like, there's
Mm.
always a team that gets snubbed, and then like Miami lost 2 games, but they won a head-to-head matchup against Notre Dame. So I understand why Miami's in. The Alabama, like like I said, you can make a good argument against that. But
Hmm.
it goes off another thing that goes off of strength of schedule and all that. Uh, see, because Alabama beat, oh, they did beat Georgia at the beginning of the season. It was ranked number 5 at the time when Alabama beat Georgia. Then Alabama beat number 16 Vanderbilt, number 14 Missouri, number 11 Tennessee. And then with Notre Dame, they're ranked. They only beat one ranked team, and that was 20 USC. Oh, and number 22, Pittsburgh. So you go by that, Alabama has more wins against ranked opponents and also higher because the two teams Notre Dame beat that was ranked was 20 and 22. Alabama beat number 5 Georgia at the beginning of the season, number 16, number 14, and number 11. So you can say Alabama's strength of schedule was greater and they beat
Yeah,
other opponents. So
yeah,
every year there's one team that gets snubbed and feels slighted. Like I think it was either last year or the year before that, Miami felt slighted, felt like they should have been in it. So it's never going to be perfect. It's always going to be some type of controversy. Even because I think when the playoff first started, it was like 4 or 8 teams. Now in the playoffs, now it's 12. So yeah, well, yeah, I don't know how they fix it. I really don't care that much either. But yeah,
I mean, there's so many teams, so I get it. It makes it hard to fairly choose out people throughout the whole. But I guess couldn't they? No, because this was so many teams.
yeah,
Um,
you can't have like the only way the only way everybody would be happy in college football, but you can't do it, is if they had a tournament like basketball.
yeah,
But that would
yeah,
take forever, and you would have to start that probably like I don't know October. So I don't because like you have to start really early, but then that because the season's so short, like you can't do that with football. Basketball, you can play back to back games. Like you can play
yeah,
one day and then play again next day. Football, you can't. You shouldn't
yeah.
do that. You can't do that.
You really shouldn't.
I think it's weird that the NFL talks about player safety, but then they have a team play on Sunday, then turn around and play on Thursday.
Yeah,
I think any team that plays on Thursday, only team that should play on Thursday is if they had a bye week the week before. I think
yeah,
it's kind of weird that you player safety. Oh, play Sunday. Oh, then turn around, then play Thursday.
yeah.
That's a short period of time. But what
It's
do
a
I know?
very short period of time. Yeah, hmm. Yeah. It's a weird system, and we're gonna be having this same discussion every year, trying to
Oh,
figure
for
out
sure.
how they gonna go about this college playoff system that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted a college playoff,
Yeah.
but they like, how do we implement it to where it's fair on paper for everybody? There's no real way. There's always going to be loopholes somewhere, and it is what it
Also,
is.
also, I'm playing, but I'm halfway serious. We need to see if we can get us you and I can get us a bowl game, like name after us, because
Yeah, they got the Torpedo Bowl.
there's a lot of weird uh, names for bowl
Is it a
games.
Pop Tart Bowl?
Yeah, yeah, Pop Tart Bowl. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm all for a sports and superhero bowl.
yeah, like the Mayo Bowl, like you said, the Pop Tart Bowl, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Bitcoin Bowl. Like we need to look into this. Get our
I'm
name out
surprised
there.
it's not a Texas Roadhouse Bowl.
Hell, it probably is. We need to get our get our name out there. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Get us a
Yeah.
bowl game. Yeah.
Well, speaking of big things coming up, we had two trailers drop. We will have two more trailers drop tomorrow. At least one trailer drop tomorrow because we record this on Wednesday. Supergirl trailer is going to drop Thursday. So we'll talk about that next podcast. But we had two trailers drop. We had The Boys season 5 trailer drop. So that was incredible. In the trailer, we see the gang get back together. Huey was in a Homelander detention camp thing, so they break him out of that. And Butcher is like, "Look, we about to go to war. There's a good chance we all will die in this, but we're gonna finish this out." You got the whole gang: Chemical, Frenchie, Mother's Milk, Huey, Butcher. They're all together and they're ready to go fight Starlight. They're ready to go fight against Homelander. They're like, yeah, we probably won't survive, but we'll save people's lives. Um, and is this the big climactic season 5 finisher? The show will be done after this. There are, of course, still spin-off shows and prequel shows, but the boys, as it is, will cease to exist from this kind of show, and they will go into like the boys Mexico or Gen V if that continues. Speaking of Gen V, I did see one character from Gen V in this. It was the guy that was hunting down Marie, the dog bounty guy. I seen him in the trailer. You see A Train in the trailer. He's doing some weird stuff. You see the Deep. He's doing something with Fish, of course. But you see Homelander kind of about to punch somebody, and throughout the trailer, you see him with Soldier Boy. One time you see him with Soldier Boy in the cryo chamber, and then another time you see Soldier Boy out of cryo chamber in his uniform and all that next to Homelander. So I don't think he's going to be fighting him. I think he's going to be fighting Butcher. I think Homelander is punching Butcher because there was a scene where you see Butcher on the ground with kind of like a blood on his chest, like a wound on his chest, and I think Homelander does that. But yeah, I am super hyped for this last season to see what they do. It seemed like it's action packed, and you see Ryan, Homelander's son. He's got his glowing eyes. He's got blood splatter on his face. He looks like a badass. So I am super excited for this season. I think it starts in April. I'm lying to you. I don't know when it starts. Um, um, but I'm super excited for the season to come up. You see Starlight using her powers. Chemical and Frenchie seem to be working out their problems, so they had their thing. And then you see there's a guy from Supernatural who played Soldier Boy's brother in Supernatural show when they were together. He's in this season, so you see him. I seen a scene. I think it was him, and there was like blood everywhere, and he was standing there, kind of covered in blood. So I don't know if he has superpowers or if he's a human in this yet. I don't know his role in this season as the character he's playing. So that's going to be interesting to find out. But yeah, super excited. The other trailer that dropped is a show that I love, but I don't like the live action version Netflix is doing. Speaking of Netflix, they are doing Avatar: The Last Airbender. They did season 1, the live action. It was not a shot for shot remake of the cartoon. They changed some things, and I didn't like some of the changes they made. I don't like some of the characters playing certain characters or the actors playing certain characters. I don't think they come off as that character. That's just me. So it's not 100% something I enjoy. I enjoy the animated show, not the live action show. I think I watched most of the first season. But the second season trailer came out, and of course, they're bringing Toph on. Toph is in second season, and I'm not gonna lie, she looks amazing. She looks amazing. She feels like Toph. I didn't hear her speak. She probably won't sound like Toph because the voice actor of Toph has a distinct sound, but her power set looks like it's supposed to look. The way they kind of visualize her, the way she sees the world looks cool. I might be checking out the second season. I'm kind of excited. They also have, I think her name, not Kimiko, the Kyoke Warriors are in this. They have the boy that is crippled, and this feels like the wrong way to say it. He's handicapped, but he flies on the thing. I seen him in that. I think he's in season
Hold on.
one.
Wait.
What?
What? He flies on what?
He makes a glider. He makes a glider. He makes a
Oh,
glider and flies on a glider. Trust me, the person that flies on something cool is Aang. He flies on Appa, who's this big thing. He's like a bison slash.
mm.
What's the guy from You remember the Never Ending Story? That white dragon. So you never seen the Never Ending Story?
No, no.
Marcus! Okay, for those who have seen the Never Ending Story, the white dragon that flies around, Valkor, I think that's his name. Uh,
Okay.
Appa is kind of like him, but in bison shape and with a long tail. He's really cool. But that
I just
trailer looked amazing.
I just want to say one thing. Sorry to interrupt. When you said the handicap guy that's flying around, the first thing I thought of.
What?
Remember in Lemon Color, handicap man.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that
Handy
popped in my
Capable
mind.
Man. Wasn't it Handy Capable Man?
No,
Or
no, it was
was
handicap.
that
It was handicap.
was it
It was
handicap?
handicap man. Yeah, I
Okay.
won't do the movements that he's doing in there.
Yeah, we trying not to
Just,
get canceled, Marcus. We trying not to get canceled.
but you know what I'm talking about. I want to do it so bad because okay, I'm done. I'm
It's
done.
really good. Side note, I seen Kevin on stage in what's the Ball brothers? I forget the other dude. Kevin, I mean, dang, I forget the
Tony,
other dude's
is
name.
it
Tony
Tony
Baker.
Baker?
Tony
Tony Baker.
Baker. They did a whole little top five of comedians turned actors, and I argue because they didn't put Donald Glover in there, and people were like, "Well, he didn't do comedy first." And I was like, "Well, they put Jamie Foxx in there. Jamie Foxx did music as a child, so he was music all his life and did comedy at 15. So I think Donald Glover should be in that because he's great comedian, great actor, writer, music. He does the four quadrant man, killing it. But I digress. I'm going off into a tangent.
Do you remember who was number one on the list? Because I have one person name who should be at the top of that list.
I think it was either Jamie Foxx or Eddie Murphy
Okay,
were their number ones.
my choice would be Eddie.
I think, yeah.
Because for me, Eddie, I at one point I forgot Eddie was a comedian because it was so long
True,
ago.
true,
But you go
true.
back, man, his comedy specials like Delirious and
Was
oh
crazy.
Raw, man, don't
Was
funny,
crazy.
crazy funny.
Crazy funny.
But it's like Eddie has like
Yeah.
you can argue Eddie has like three different like
Eras.
eras of for movie making.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
had like
He got his
the
action movie
shit,
making.
right?
He got
And then
his Nutty Professor
comedian,
movie
the
making.
comedian, and then the children's movies. Like, and he did,
Yeah.
and then all three phrases he's had like at the very least, two to three great few films in every era. It's
Yeah.
done, but it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, go watch that if you haven't seen it. It's a good episode of the Ball Brothers podcast where they talk about that. It's good. But yeah, like I said, I might be watching this Last Airbender season two just for Toph because I really like Toph as a character, and it seems like they're doing her good. I'm just gonna have to deal with the way they do the storyline because I don't like the way the things that are changing. I can't say they shouldn't change stuff, but when you do it, you should have a legit reason and not mess up the source material when you're doing it. That's all I'm saying. Um, but yeah, like I said, we will be talking about the Supergirl trailer when that comes out, and of course, Avengers Doomsday trailer is supposed to come out this week too. So look forward to that. But yeah, let us know if you've seen those trailers. Are you excited for those shows? Um, uh, yeah, my mind is going blank. So Marcus, go to the next story.
all right. I'm going to try to do a quick NFL update of last weekend. So Shador Sanders has been named the starter of the last 4 games. Weird, like I don't even know why they announced that. They like it- that coach got to go. The coach for okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent. I'm going
I
on a
mean,
tangent at the
that
beginning.
coach definitely seems like
But
he don't like you.
listen, I'm going on a tangent before. So when we first talked about it, we had people comments, "Oh, this is just a fan. This is not a fan thing." Okay, they had a chance to win a game against Tennessee. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on a tangent, but also look at my notes because now I got to talk about Shadur's stats, and that's in my notes. So Shadur went 23 for 42 passing for 364 yards. He had 3 passing TD and 1 rushing TD and an interception. He also had a 60-yard touchdown pass to Jerry Judy, who finally held on to the ball. I'm still mad at him from the other week clapping that Shador when you lead the league in the most drop passes. Pipe the fuck down, my guy. Okay. Now back to Kevin, the coach for the Browns. Yeah, no, this is not a fan thing. He doesn't. I don't think he likes Shador. He don't mess with Shador because they had a chance to win that game.
Yeah.
Shador had, I think, he had just run in for a touchdown. I don't remember, but they had just scored. They're going for a 2 point conversion. He took Shador out the game.
Yeah, that made
On
no
the
sense.
most important part of the game, you take Shador out to run that dumbass wildcat play that you ran last week against San Francisco that didn't work, that didn't work again. How do you take out your quarterback on the most important play of the game? And you're trying to,
And the
he got to go.
quarterback that had driven down the field with you that did
Right.
that.
364 yards, three. Nah, he got to go. He got to go. They had a chance to
Yeah.
win. He blew it for you. Don't take your quarterback out in the game on that
Yeah.
to run a play wildcat for a 2 point conversion. The hell is you doing? Kevin got to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. I guess the backup quarterbacks is so bad in the NFL that the Colts brought back 44-year-old Philip Rivers. He let's see,
Oh wow.
Monday night he worked out with them, and then Tuesday morning he got signed to the practice squad. They trying to pretend like this guy is just on a practice squad and he ain't gonna play Sunday. We all know he gonna play on Sunday. You ain't got no quarterback.
Wait,
So
who did they do? What team
no,
is
no, no.
this?
This is the Indiana Colts. So
Okay.
Daniel Jones was their starter. He tore his Achilles in Sunday's game.
Okay.
Then the third string quarterback got in, and then he got hurt with a knee injury. The original number two quarterback, Anthony Richardson, has been out since August because he got hurt with I think it was an oblique injury with a stretch band. So he been out forever. Also, Quinn Richardson Sr., you really fucked it up for yourself. This was the guy who came out the game, was it last year or the year before? Because he got
Mm.
tired, so he came out the game. Boy, what are you doing? You're a quarterback. You coming out the game because you tired? You fucked your whole shit up, my guy. You fucked your whole shit up. So anyway, uh, Colts signed 44-year-old quarterback Philip Rivers. They try to pretend like he ain't gonna play. He will be playing Sunday. The Colts got off to a really good start. Daniel Jones was actually playing very well. They're fighting for a playoff spot. So
Yeah.
good luck. Good luck to them. Also, the last time Philip Rivers played was in 2020 for the Colts.
Oh
They went in.
Jesus.
They went 11-5, but they lost in the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills. So
Okay.
they hoping that Philip Rivers can bring some of that Flacco magic and get some wins for them.
Oh wow.
Now, moving on, I
Mm.
hate that. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this team, but I kind of like this guy. So Philadelphia lost in overtime to the Chargers on Monday night.
Okay.
The game had 8 combined turnovers. Jalen Hurts had 5
Jesus.
of them. Jalen Hurts had 5 of them.
Jesus.
He had 4 interceptions and a fumble. I don't know what the hell's going
4.
on. Yes, yes.
Jeez.
This is Philadelphia's third straight loss. They're fighting, trying to get in the playoffs, but they play in the crappy division. Is what the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and what was Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders? Who else? It's another team in the division. I can't remember right now.
Isn't it
Uh,
Buccaneers? No, not Buccaneers.
oh, I hate the Buccaneers. Who else is in a sorry ass
Is it the
division?
Bengals? No,
No. Oh, it's
because the
the
Bengals
Giants.
are
It's
Giants.
near. Yeah, yeah,
Giants.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
so they still got a
Philly's.
good chance to win that.
I mean, they still lead the division. They're 8-5, and Dallas is 6-6, and
Yeah,
Washington and Giants are eliminated from the playoffs. But they can't. They got to figure this out. They can't go to the playoffs like this. They not going to
yeah,
do nothing. Who else? Kansas City is ass. They lost
yeah.
20 to 10 to the Texans. Pat Mahomes was 14 for 33 with 3 interceptions. He was trying his best, but it wasn't working. Uh, it, Kelsey was dropping passes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I seen one pass. He touched it, popped it up, and somebody intercepted it. It's
yeah,
like Jesus.
yeah. The what
Worry
is?
about them wedding plans.
Yeah, Kansas City are 6-7 and third in their division, so it's about to be a wrap for them. And then finally, I really don't want to talk about this, but
Yeah, I know you don't want to talk about it, but you got to
it was
talk
a good
about
game,
it.
though. It was a good game.
I heard it
Um,
was.
it was a good game. That team in this state beat the Bears 28-21 in Lambeau. And then the Bears winning streak. Green Bay is now taking first place in the division. It's crazy
Mm,
because the division is so tight that the Bears went from number one in the NFC to number
yeah,
seven. And
yeah,
Green
that's
Bay,
crazy.
I think what Green Bay is Green Bay at the top now, or is it the Rams? No, the Rams
I
are
think
at the
it's
top.
the Rams.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a good game. The Bears had a chance to tie it. But Caleb threw an interception in the end zone. I wish he would have ran it. I felt like if he would have ran it, he would have got the first down. But it was a good game. The Bears and the Packers play again in 2 weeks in Chicago. I'm feeling confident. Um, so hopefully we'll get the win then. When it comes to Chicago, I had to pay
Okay.
my friend a Reese's cup because I lost on the bet. Um, I also, I don't know why I did this, but every Packers game I watch with Dom, the Packers has won. So this past Sunday, I watched it with him and a bunch of guys from the gym. And of course, the Packers won. So I told him, like, don't call me in 2 weeks. I'm not showing up. I'm staying in my house. Yeah. And that kid,
Understandable.
he's not a nice guy. He kept playing Drake on the jukebox in between timeouts and shit. It was very, I did not enjoy myself at all. So, yes, uh, that's my quick story on the NFL for this weekend.
All right.
I think, did I
We'll
miss
talk
anything
about.
else? Yeah, no, I'm good. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I heard anything else from NFL. Um, Speaking of blast from the passes, uh, apparently Scarlett Johansson will be in Batman 2, the
Okay,
Batman 2.
okay, I'm watching that. Who's she playing? She Catwoman?
I
Poison
don't
Ivy?
know who she's playing.
Ooh, Poison Ivy.
Um, the rumors is she could be playing Poison Ivy, or she could be playing uh she could be playing Poison Ivy, Phantasm, Glydia Dent, or Jessica Dent. Possibly people she could be playing.
I don't know who
Um
those last three people are you named.
So, Dent, I knew who it is, but my mind is really just fogged right now, so I can't. Dent, who is that in Batman? I know I recognize the last name, but
Is it
I'm
Jessica?
drawing a blank. Jessica Dent or is it Gladia? Gladia Dent. Um, I think they're like mobsters.
Hmm,
I think they're mobsters. I think.
I don't
Um,
recognize.
but yeah, that is gonna be interesting if she goes to DC. That's gonna be very interesting, being that she's been a Marvel character, been a Marvel actress for so long. For her to go to DC, will be crazy. Um, I don't know if they're. I don't know how I feel about this. Um, hmm. I know they need a certain level of star power in the Batman movie now. Patterson is a decent star, but I think he needs some more heavy lifting, some more help with that. And I don't know if they're bringing Zoe Kravitz back for the sequel, so they need a female in the movie. And Scarlett Johansson is popular. Like she killed it in the Jurassic Park movie or Jurassic. I forgot what the name of that movie was. Jurassic World. That made like 800, almost 900,000, 100 million. So she's got that franchise down. But this would be her. This would be her. Oh, she's in that franchise too. This would be Marvel, Jurassic, now DC, because she's entangled. So she has a lot of different franchises under her belt that she can pull this off. So we'll have to see if that comes up. Also, in other DC news, we got a poster for Supergirl. Because, like I said earlier, the teaser trailer will be coming out tomorrow, which is today when this is released. We will talk about the next podcast. But they did put with the poster, they did put a teaser trailer to the trailer, and they showed a couple of shots from the trailer, and it feels very Guardians of the Galaxy in a I don't want to say a bad way, uh, uh, a slightly different way, but not. It doesn't feel great. Um, I don't know. It doesn't feel great, but it was only a teaser thing, so there could be more context to it that we're missing. It looks colorful. It's very much outer space kind of feel. Um, I don't know. I'm judging this off a little bit of clip and a lot of lack of sleep, so that might not be the best thing. But the poster of Supergirl, it it has cool aspects to it, but it feels very DC Star Lord, if that makes sense. Because she has headphones, she has this long trench coat, kind of how Star Lord was kind of introduced to us. So it gives off that feel, which is weird because James Gunn is not directing and he didn't write this. So why it has so many James Gunn isms in it, such a close connection to, well, feels like a close connection to Guardians of the Galaxy, is kind of weird. But um, her hair looks weird. I know that sounds terrible for me to say, but her hair looks weird in the poster. Um, I know this is gonna come off bad. Uh, you don't want to make the character in the male gaze, but mostly men are gonna go see this movie. So you want to make her appealing to men. Try to say this in the best way and not sound sexist. um, but you want her to be appealing to men, being that's going to be your biggest demographic. So you want her to have some sex appeal, but you don't need to make her look like a bimbo. Um, but she doesn't look. I won't say attractive. She's not eye pleasing. I know this is coming off terrible, but stick with me, people, because it's a lack of sleep and trying to not be what's the word, misogynistic. Um, you still want men to like what she looks like to an extent, and women to like what it looks like. Um, which I didn't realize how much hair played a role until you seen. Speaking of the first actress we talked about, Scarlett Johansson in Black Widow, like they got her whole look down to a T, and even evolved it throughout the movies to make it more less scantily clad stuff, but more classic beauty, classic look, even dressed down. It looked good most of the time. One movie, her hair looked really bad. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to give Millie Alcox, I pronounce her name weird. I know. Don't judge me. Uh, a little bit of room because I liked her in Game of Thrones, even though she wasn't in it a lot. I'm trying to give her room in this role and see what she does with it and see how Supergirl is portrayed and everything. Um, but like I said, we're gonna see more tomorrow, technically today, when we see the full trailer and see if it's good. Hopefully, Lobo's in the trailer so we get a look at him. And I don't want to get too much of the movie away, but you got to give me enough to get me excited for this movie. I'm already excited for the Superman sequel movie because I like the first Superman movie, but knowing that this movie is directed by a totally different person, I don't know if I'm gonna have the same excitement for Supergirl. She's a great character. Her last movie wasn't that great, but she's a great character, so I'm hoping for the best. And this is hinging on DC continuing, especially now that they might be owned by Netflix. This might be all a big, hey, we're gonna start all this over. So who knows what's gonna happen soon? They said they were supposed to be keeping the DC intact as is, but once you buy something, you can change your mind. So we'll see what happens.
Sure.
But yeah, I need to go sleep. So Marcus, sign us out.
Thank you for joining us for the show. Thanks, Savvy, for getting through the show on little to no sleep. Um, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the link in the description. Check us out on all our social medias. You can leave us a voicemail. That's in the description as well. Leave us a voicemail. Ask us a question. We'll answer the question on air. Share this video with friends, family, social media, ops. Share with any and everybody. Uh, and yeah, that's we're gonna close this out so Savvy can get some sleep. We'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good night. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Peace.